Hi everybody, Jo here again. Welcome to another day of our halaganza. I really hope you're enjoying all the new stamps and all the fabulous demonstrations from the rest of the design team. You know, here at Lavinia, the staff, Tracy and the staff have worked so hard to get this together. So, I'm so proud and chuffed to be part of this event. Now, I've got to be honest, I'm going to do a card today, which won't surprise you. It's using one of the round. As you know, I love these circular card blanks. I just think they make such a classy card. But also, I'm going to use the new Snowflakes. Now, look at that. As always, I've done the back, and that's why I've popped it that way. But I do think when this is stood up, it's going to look absolutely beautiful. And as always, I've done the envelope, decorated the envelope. And for me, I tend to decorate the bottom left-hand corner so that when I put the address and when I put the stamp here, for me, it just follows a nice line. I know, I'm a bit sad, but I think you know that, don't you? And also the back, just so that if it's stood on the windowsill and there's a dog walker, maybe like me, walking past the window, they'll see this lovely decorated area. So this is the design that we're going for, and hopefully I'm going to show you how I created it. But you know me, it'll be sort of similar. And I'm going to start off with, she says, as I just knock some stuff off here, my craft area is definitely getting smaller and smaller. So these are the circular cards and envelopes, and there's 4 in this, and these are the white ones. And I'm going to start on the front with the largest of our circle masks. You know I love using these. And I've gone for a colour today, blue Lagoon, in the elements, because I don't use it very often. And you know me, I think I have stamps that I need to use that I haven't used for a while. And I do the same with my colours. I've been a bit of a blue atoll girl at the minute, so I'm going for blue Lagoon because it was feeling a bit left out and we can't have that. And I'm going to turn my card round only because I want the majority of my ink at the base of my envelope card. If you think this is the design, and I want the majority of colour here. So it's easier for me. I always think it's just make it easy for yourself. So if I just carefully position it, I've got a nice amount of space here, and I think that'll just be about right. So as always, gently in the lid. And it's quite a deep colour this. I'm going to pop it on the circle mask first. I'm not taping it down, and I'm just gently, and I'm starting off in the middle where I want the most of my colour. And when I've got less ink on my brush, look, I'll come round sort of here and then here. I don't want to go all the way around. I don't want a complete circle. So we'll add a little bit more ink again on the lid, on the circle mask, and again starting off here where I want the concentration of my colour, and then just gently round the sides, and you get this lovely sort of shape. Now what I want to do now, I'm not going to add any more ink, so I'm going to pop the lid on in case I get a bit carried away. And I just want to soften this edge. So just gently, I'm just going to tickle. You know we like a good tickle. And just using that little bit of ink that's left on my brush. And it'll just soften that edge, fuzzy that edge a little. And also, to be honest, for me, it cleans my brush a bit. There we go. And can you see it's just sort of fuzzied that edge? So what I'm going to do now is add some pan pastel. And this one is the fine pearl medium. And I just want to, before we stamp, add a little bit of a, almost a sort of a, because I'm thinking snowflakes, I was thinking of that sort of, that icy sort of crispness that we get when we get sort of snowflakes. And so with the applicator, look, and again, just gentle swipes, don't dig into your pan pastel. It is a, a powder pastel after all, in the shallow container, so that's why it's called a pan, because it's in that shallow container. And I'm just going to go over the area where I've got the ink. And then what I'm going to do is just with my finger, just smudge that edge a little bit. What this does is two things. It will help fix it, and also it just fuzzies that edge, which is what I want. I don't need to use a spray fixative on this because I'm rubbing it in to fix it, and we're going to stamp on top. So if I just bring that closer, can you see it almost just gives me that sheen which I want under my stamping, and it's little things like this for me that make all the difference. And again, remember, straight edge at the base, so I'm on the front. And I've chosen my colours. What I did was I looked in my Versafine Clair ink, and I've gone for 3 colours of blue. So the dark one is my Twilight, my light one is my Warm Breeze, and I've gone for blue Belle as a sort of in-between colour. And originally I was thinking of adding purple, but you know what? I've gone for a splash of pink, and that I've got Charming Pink. But this I think would look lovely, so many different combinations. I'm going to open my card so I can stamp the back at the same time. And I've got the word peace here, and I love this. And this is off, just let me check what this stamp set's called. It's Seasonal Words, and we've got Noel, Peace, Christmas and Joy. Beautiful. I love the font on these. So I'm going to come in with my Twilight, my darker colour. And I just want to stamp this at an angle here. Now this design, I'm thinking I'm going to batch card make this and just alter up, put one of the different sentiments in and maybe choose different colour tones. So although it'll be the same, it'll be different. So I'm going to come in now with one of our large snowflakes, and again there's 3 in this set. Absolutely stunning, the detail. And I'm going to keep my darker colour. And I just want to stamp. I want to build up the design here, and I'm just putting it sort of slightly over the word. I almost want it to join in. We want it to be a cohesive design. I don't want lots of space, so I just want it to overlap slightly. And that's all I'm going to use, my big. So I'm just going to give it a wipe with my Inky Binky. And then we've got some fabulous smaller snowflakes. And there's 3 in the set. So I'm going to come in with one of the smaller ones, same colour. And I'm just going to leave a bit of a space, but keeping on this sort of 3/4 wreath design. And then I'll put another one. I want to leave a space and put another one there. And then I'm thinking, let's add a couple on the back. One there and a second generation there. And again, I'm just going to give that a wipe. Then I'm going to move on to my next one. I've chosen a different one. This one reminds me of a Catherine wheel. It is funny how things sort of, well, in my head, they go. I think we'll come in with Blue Belle, I think. I must admit, I had so much fun doing this. And we'll pop one there. I mean, look at that. If I just lift that up, look. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, these would look lovely with white embossing powder, gold embossing powder. I mean, again, so many things you can do with them. Add a couple of second generation. Now, while I've got that colour, I just want to move into, I've got an original pack, and I love doing this. This is the original Snowflakes, and I've had these for years, and the 2 tiny ones and a set of 3 look. So I'm actually going to come in with these and use one of these. And I love it when we can team our older stamps with our newer ones. And while I've got this darker colour, I'm just going to pop one almost at each edge there. Right. And you're just having fun building up the design. So I'm thinking, let's introduce a bit of the pink now. There's no rules about how to do this. I think as long as you just have fun. So I'm thinking, should we have a pink one there? And maybe just a second generation. Oh yeah, I like that. Because it almost looks a bit purpley. So we'll have that one there and that one there. And then let's come in with, I think we can actually go over. Yeah, I like that, going there. So maybe a little one in the pink as well. So maybe just some, I'm thinking, just to keep this shape. And this is lovely because I can just build up and look where I want areas. Second generation. Always remember your second generation. It's so handy. Right, that's enough with the pink. I don't want any more pink. I'm going to come in with my Warm Breeze. And the reason I've left my Warm Breeze to the end is it's a lighter colour. And I'm thinking that way I can almost bring in my second generation with it. So I'm spoilt for choice now, you see, which stamp to use. So I'm going to come in with a smaller snowflake. So we've got 3 in the large, 3 in the small. And let's have one there. Maybe just second generation there. I don't want to overcook it. Conscious I don't want to spoil it. So I'm just taking my time looking, and I need something here, but I'm thinking second generation. I don't want it to be too take over the whole design, but just so it looks behind and their third generation. And often when I'm looking at the shape, that's what I do. I just come in with that second and third generation to give me that lovely shape. So I'm thinking the last thing is I'm going to come in with, just at the end, let's add a little bit of second generation just along this edge. Right, do we need a first anywhere? I can put it there, and then we can just, yeah. So I like that shape. And it's really just building it up, look, until you like the shape front and back. So what I'm going to do is give that a bit of a blot. But like I say, I'm thinking the different colour tones you can use. But it's just such a lovely, lovely design. Now, I decided I was going to add some sparkle, and I've gone for my holographic, the Star Brights Holographic Glitter. And I just thought this would really, really sparkle it up. And I'm going to add my Kuretake, my Zig, my two-way glue pen. And we'll add some on the front first. And I'm thinking to start off with, let's just check it's working. Yep. To start off with, we'll just add a little bit in the middle of each of our snowflakes. Give me a starting point, and then just at the end I'm going to add a little bit, and then just a couple of bits, just random. I don't want too many, but I'm going to add a little bit more on my main feature there. And then on the back just do the same. Don't want to overcook it, and then give it a good shake. Then we'll pour it on. Make sure it's on top of your copier paper. Don't want to be cleaning this up, do you? Right. So we'll tip it in. Give it a good shake. And look, for me, that's just the right amount of sparkle. Beautiful. So I'm going to stand that up there because I want to put this lovely glitter back in. I don't want to waste any of this. And again, give it a good tap because I want to get every last little bit in. So this one was the Star Brights Holographic Glitter. We'll put that down there. And then last of all, I'm just going to add a little bit of white Posca. Not too much, just a little bit of snow. On my original, I added some on top of the word. And I've got to be honest, when I'd done it, I did think, actually, I'm not that keen on that. I don't think it... So I'm going to do this one without, and then I can see. Often I do this, and then I can see which one I like. Sometimes it depends what mood I'm in as to how much I like things. I don't know about you. So we'll add some snow. Don't want to overcook it. Just round here. It is Christmas, isn't it? So, but again, if you want to leave the Posca off, you've got your sparkle with your glitter. And you've got that pan pastel underneath. So I'm just going to give this a quick wipe. Oh, gosh. I tell you what, you'll get a professional one day, won't you? That's me being enthusiastic with my cleaning. Quick wipe and a quick dry because I want a nice clean space to show you. So that's the back of the card. Oh, where it's just started snoring, you know what he's like, bless him. And that's the front. And as I say, I would always recommend lovely design on the envelope too. And there's the one where I added the snow on top. So I really do think you could batch card make these, and I think they would just make such a lovely special card for somebody. But again, they don't take long. But also it's a good opportunity to get your Versafine Clair inks out and see what colour combinations you come up with. As I say, mine was going to be blue and purple, but then at the last minute I changed my mind and went blue and pink. So I can't wait to see what you make. You're going to love these new stamps, seriously. But this, it's just using the small snowflakes, the large snowflakes, and have you got one of these original snowflake sets? Because they really do team well together. Right, I'm going to leave you now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Much love and hugs from me. Thank you very much for all your support and friendship. Bye for now.